I've been playing with these drumsticks that I have had for a very long time. They were a part of a Halloween costume. And I guess I wrote in permanent marker Wayne Campbell on one and excellent on the other because I dressed up as Garth and Wayne. Excellent party time. Woo, 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 woo. Like 20 years ago for Halloween. And I was all about equality then because I was like, why is there not a female character like Wayne? If you could think of a female character like Wayne from Wayne's World, I'm listening because that's a dream I've had. I would love to play the character like that on a sketch show where I was the female Wayne. No musical training. Okay, so happy whatever day it is. I want to say I'm filming this on March 24th, and I'll probably post it for next week because I'd like to post these. I know I'm like I can't decide if it should be like Wednesday because that's like the middle of the week and you're just like get me through it, or if I should post it Sunday night like I can do it, I can nail this week. Woo 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 woo. You tell me. Mention in the comments down below so that I know. And I am working on my flexibility in life. I am super into self-awareness. Like, I'm totally aware that waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning is very difficult for me. And I want to get better at that. Okay, I digress. So, I like to talk about affirmations. And, you got your classics. I will survive. No, not pop songs. I am strong, I'm beautiful, I'm powerful, I'm everything I need, and I love those. I love the classics. But I like a little rock and roll, I like a little fun in my life. And I feel like my hair is better than last time. What do you think? Mention in the comments down below. So the deck I'm going to talk about today, there's two of them, but we're only going to pull from one, and then I'll pull from the other one when we run out of the next ones. Anyways, these are so fabulous. No, I'm not being sponsored. I'm just really talking about things that I love these days because it brings me joy, and waking up at 6 a.m. does not bring me joy. And if you're out there and you wake up at 6 a.m., you're amazing and a bright shining light to the world, and I salute you. Okay, so these are called Sweet-Ass Affirmations. Check it out. I think it's better when you see them over here. I will hide behind them. And this is the first deck. No. This is the first deck, and this is the second deck. And they're great. I sent one of these to a good friend of mine, Miles, for Christmas. And I just really love them. I think they're fun and kick-ass. And the guys who create them are super kick-ass. And they remind me of a couple of my old bosses, just, people out there putting positivity in the world. So, yes, this is the cover, Sweet-Ass Affirmations. It says motivation for your creative manic mind. And so I love the inside of the box. Do you see the little squid dude? That's their mascot, and he's on like a spaceship, and he's got a unicorn horn. And I love that. I even carved my pumpkin for Halloween last year. And I didn't say it was good, but I tried. And that's important in life, trying. Showing up and trying are like 50%. And that's 100% true. Anyway, so that's Squiddy, and he's so cool. Anyways, I feel like these are the gremlins, and they're like all the bad negative thoughts that come into our brain. Oh my gosh. That's going to be another video that I do about positive and negative self-talk, because apparently there's some study that I didn't even know about, but I'm sure there's lots of studies I don't know about. And basically the study is about like 80% of the voice, like the self-talk that we do is negative. Like that's not a good percentage ratio. So we really have to work on that. And I feel like that's difficult for all of us. The funny thing about personal growth is it reminds me of puberty. There's a reason they call it growing pains. You know, when you're young, growing pains are from actually growing and getting bigger and taller and all of that. And as an adult, they are realizing self-acceptance, what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you need to work on. Yeah. So, with all of that said, let's pull some cards. Let's pull some affirmation cards. So what I do, like the tarot readers on YouTube, who I love and are amazing, but some of them are like super awesome and talented. Like my fave is Baba JOLIE. Shout out to Baba. And then it's fun because they use it like for personal self-growth, and like I dig that. And then like other them are like really negative. It's like, don't you realize that that's not helpful to like say crazy negative things? Like, yeah. So I think it's just an example of like there's a yin and yang to everything. There's a good and bad to everything. There's an up and down to everything. You know, nothing's black and white. Everything is shades of gray. Also, like I get that, like the shades of gray situation, but also I look horrible in gray. It's not one of my favorite colors. And knowing your color palette is important. Like what looks good on you, what doesn't, because we all have like different complexions and skin tones. Maybe I should do some clothing fashion videos, because honestly, what are they called? Like a clothing horse? Clothing horse? Something like that. I have a lot of shoes and clothes. I would say my predominant shopping things are shoes and clothes and technical accessories. Shout out to MARIELOU, MANDL, who also has a YouTube channel that does very well, and I think she's amazing and awesome and super talented. And so if you also want to be a content creator, you should totally check her out. I'll like put some of the links for my fave YouTube people down below, because I really want to be a part of this community, and I know it's going to take time, and I'm willing to put in that effort and commitment. And that's what it's all about in life. Okay, so I've pulled 5 cards from this amazing deck. Oh my gosh, it's so colorful. I can't say enough nice things about this deck of affirmation cards. So I guess I will also put a link to their website down below, even though they're not sponsoring me, because I love them so much. Okay. And that's what it's all about, is believing in yourself, supporting the people in your life, working on your positive self-talk. Yeah, it's a lot of things. Baby steps. I also like to shout out to some of my favorite films, because I feel like I'm a total cinephile. And then we're going to get to these cards. What About Bob is also a classic movie that I love very much, and I think it's on a lot of the streaming services now, with Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss, and it makes me laugh. And yeah, so Bill Murray. Funny enough that like the other movie I mentioned was about psychiatry. Anywho, so Bill Murray is like a patient, and he's got like all of the phobias, and Richard Dreyfuss is a therapist that gets stuck with him, and their relationship is hilarious. And anyways, Baby Steps comes from that, and it might not come from that. It might come from like some other psychiatry book from like decades ago, and then that's where they got it from, because there is nothing new in the world. No one's inventing the wheel. You know, we're just sort of redesigning it. And with that said, let's talk about these cards to brighten up your week. Okay, so this one is cool. So I really like these cards because they have like a really long description on the back, but I can read the front, and then I can show it to you, and then you can follow along. So this one says, I decorate my life with quality relationships, experiences, and purpose. So let me get that like in focus for you, and then I'll read the back. The world influences our desires to crave higher quantities. That's true. More money, more sex, more friends, more followers, more cars, more undies. Sadly, higher quantities only create shallow satisfactions in the moment. To be truly happy, try befriending quality, not quantity. How can you take what is already part of your life to the next level? Instead of the job you hate that pays the most, how about one you love that pays enough? Instead of 20 Tinder dates a week with the world's best Photoshop con artists, how about one really strong, transparent, and beneficial relationship? The anchors of your happiness are already part of your life. How can you crack open the magic within? It's time to put on the silk undies and ditch the rest. Okay, I really like that one. I love that I don't know which ones I'm going to pick because then I'm like, how does this apply to me? I'm sharing it with you, but like, I'd like this to be a mutually beneficial relationship. Okay. That was fun. I love that one. Next. What is this one say? What does this one say? Every day that I wake up, oh, it's so early. It's like hard, hurting me from the inside. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out how to get up at 6 a.m. and be like, yeah, this is awesome. All right, back to the card. Every day that I wake up is a bonus round to enjoy this miraculous existence. I like every moment. I live every moment like it's my last. Ooh, that's deep. Because I know a lot of people haven't had more moments in life in the last few years because, you know, you lose a loved one. We had all the pandemic. And so anyways, I'm going to read that again for myself and for you. Every day that I wake is a bonus round to enjoy this miraculous existence. I live every moment like it's my last. Yes, I love that. Okay, let's get it in the focus. You did not wake up to simply exist. This is your one life, and it is the sum total of every moment you have ever experienced. Yesterday, you may have been hit by a missile of fuckery, so huge that your motivation was completely wiped from the universe. Yesterday is gone. Each second that you breathe is a bonus round to develop more excitement, adventure, and purpose in your life. Slow down and enjoy something beautiful. Not everyone has made it as far as you. That is true. I love that. I love it so much. Okay. This one says, I am always focused on what lights me up. I work on that. I think we all work on that. It is hard to always be focused on what lights us up because of the voices in our head that say negative, 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 negative things. Or maybe we have a job that like is super tough. Which I know is a thing I am now experiencing. Okay. So I'm always focused on what lights me up. Come on. There we go. Sometimes when you fly, you get super high in the moment and you're distracted by the sheer magnificence of the space that surrounds you. It's important to remember that you cannot tango with every passing asteroid. If you wish to reach the stars, always stay focused on what lights you up. You were born to shine. Yes, as human beings, we were all born to shine, but that doesn't make it easy. Just like it's not easy keeping a campfire lit. That is a skill as well. So, thank you for that. Okay. Woo! Next one. Classic. When life gives me lemons, I paint them in gold. Okay, so like, yeah. The classic is when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And, you know, who doesn't like lemonade? But this says, when life gives me lemons, I paint them in gold. Which is funny because I had a moment last year where I bought a couple cans of gold spray paint. And I just started spray painting everything in my apartment gold. I don't know why. Don't ask me that question because I don't have an answer. But it did lift up my spirits. Funny enough. Okay, so the universe will always test your temper. A woman to that. It's the natural order of things. We've all had those days where a bird drops a fresh squeezer on our heads. For every positive, there is a negative. You can either allow these sour dips to cripple you, or you can laugh like a raging lunatic. That's right here. That's me. Take note of the lesson and use the experience as motivation to dominate moving forward. Be patient, be kind, be that weird. Freakishly happy manic in the coffee shop. When life gives you lemons, paint those fuckers in gold, then feed them to the world. Yes, do that. I'm not saying any of these things are easy to do. I'm just saying we should try to do them. Try. Paint them in gold. Woo! Man, I love these. Definitely putting a link for these down below. These guys are great. I love these cards. They're just make me so happy. Okay, so this one says, I blast gifts into the universe to heal my desires and wants. I blast gifts into the universe to heal my desires and wants. I don't know what gifts we're blasting, but let's blast it up. Okay. Yes. Whatever it is that you want, you must start giving it away. Okay, I'm going to work on that. If you want to learn something and change your life, teach someone else a value that will change theirs. If you want to help to overcome an obstacle, start helping others overcome theirs. If you want to be loved, put on a Barry White album, take some notes, and start loving others. If you long for prosperity and abundance, be grateful for your current fortune and share it with one who has less. The smallest gifts that you release will circle back around with opportunity and abundance aimed specifically for you. Oh my gosh, am I just going to tear at the end of every one of these videos? I mean, it's like 5 cards in and I'm like, I feel the spirit move me. Okay. So I hope that you really enjoyed all of these fabulous cards for today. Woo! I picked 5 because there's 5 days in a week. Sometimes 7 will come out because there's also 7 days in a week. It really depends on how you look at everything because that is how life works. Just like art, it is subjective. The only thing that's not subjective is that if you're alive, it is a gift and you are here and tomorrow will be a new day. So until next time, this is where I leave you. Love yourself fiercely and ferociously and forever. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.